Loremaster of Sotek here, and it's time, people. We are back to another great release day. So we have the announcement trailer for Shadows of Change. I'm not going to waste too much time because it's hot over here in Texas lately. I say lately, it's been hot for like an entire month at this point. So let's go ahead and jump right in and see what Grave Assembly has to show off for us. For this particular video, I'm only going to be doing this trailer. I don't know if this is going to be coming out with a blog post or something. If it does, I will do the blog post in a separate video. That way this one can just be around the trailer. So without further ado, let's dive right in. Very excited for this. Oh, it's the Changeling! Okay, so he's turning into an ice switch. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, do we have... Oh, there she is! It's Mother Ostankya! Oh my gosh, she is not very human. Oh! Okay. Incarnate elementals of beasts! Oh, she has a sled? Oh, these people are so fucked. Oh my good god. Oh, Changeling. Okay, we'll break that down in a minute. Oh, we got Croman! Oh, look at the Onyx Croman. Oh wow, they look exactly like the art. They look so silly when they waddle. Their little hands are so creepy. Yuan Bo! Whoa. Okay, there's a lot of them. Oh, the new melee character. Oh, it's Echoed Hellbrass! Nice! Oh, Cockatrice! Whoa, oh, I was not expecting. Oh, look at the Jade Lion! The Blue Scribes! Oh, they look so good! Oh, the Mutalith! Oh, look, Softcourse! Oh, there he is! Oh my god, he looks so good! He's going crazy out there! Oh my goodness! And it's the Changeling, isn't it? Yep. That little shit! That little shit! Oh, I really like the music for this one. So there it is. Shadows of Change. Oh, look at that. So, yep, 100% confirmed. We've got the Changeling, Mother Ostenkia, and Yuan Bo. What a cast. What a delightful cast of characters. That is excellent. I'm a little... Although we talked about it back when the short story came out a bit, I am still a little surprised that they ended up going with the Changeling as kind of the main character. On one hand, I am very, very glad it's the Changeling in the sense that I am very happy that it is a lesser demon character. I really want this kind of set of DLCs to focus on the lesser demons for the monogod factions. That would be my preferred system. I know not everyone's going to agree with that. That's totally fine. Though for the theming of Shadows of Change, a part of me also kind of feels like Egrim would have been a little more appropriate, but I'm very curious to see how all this is going to work. Obviously, we do see the Changeling has his transformation mechanics. It looks like he's turning into like different kinds of characters and units. I'm wondering how that's going to work because like presumably he's only going to turn into characters. Wouldn't really make sense for him. I think for the trailer they have him turn into an Onyx Croman, but I'm not expecting an Onyx Croman character. So I don't think that the Onyx Croman is going to be one of his actual in-game transformations. I feel like that's probably trailer only because he would stick out a lot if you just see like a random Croman by himself. Presumably they're a unit, not characters. Because it looked like the dude with the big maul who I assume is a gatekeeper based on the short story. But looked like that was the new Cathayan character. I will say, my favorite thing is Mother Ostankia. I don't know what the fuck these things are pulling her chariot or her sled, but they look incredible. Okay, so let's break down everything we see here. So we have the Changeling turns into a ice witch and destroys what looks like a sacred grove deep in the forest. And these two guys, who are presumably Ungol's, so the Ungol people that hang out in the wilds, see her doing this, and they go tell Mother Ostankia, who gets super pissed. Oh, look, she's got a cauldron. Oh, I love how inhuman she is. Wow, she looks pissed. So this big motherfucker is the Incarnate Elemental of Beasts, which I'm very, very excited to see in the game. It's kind of weird seeing it dedicated to a specific faction, because theoretically, anyone that controls enough beast magic can summon one of these things. They're not technically tied to any one race or faction. Anyone that has beast wizards could manifest one of these as long as the wizards were powerful enough. So I'm really curious how they're going to handle that, as far as, is that truly a Kislev only unit? That is a unit I would love to see them introduce some way for you to be able to get it as the other factions that have bestial creatures. But it looks incredible. It looks absolutely amazing. And then she has these things next to her. I have no idea what these are. Yeah, I have no idea what those are. Maybe once I see their name, I'll recognize them, but they look like, I mean, they kind of look like miniature Incarnate Elementals of Beasts. So they could just be elementals. They could just be elementals of Gur. So like the small version of the Incarnate Elemental of Beast, because that is something that exists in the Warhammer universe. There are the Incarnate Elementals, which are the really, really big ones. We've seen the artwork we have official artwork for 4 of them, which are the Incarnate Elementals of Fire, Beast, Death, and Life. Those 4 we have official art for. And you could also say official models. It's could be debated that we have what is likely going to be the inspiration for the Incarnate Elemental of Light as well, because the Hish spirit is likely going to be a wind spirit that we see in because the Incarnate Elemental of Life is basically a giant water spirit, and it's essentially the sea elemental from Dreadfleet, from the ship of the Golden Magus. Because he has 3 big elementals working on his ship. So you have the Incarnate Elemental of Life, which has been revealed to be a big water creature. And then obviously the Incarnate Elemental of Fire is another one he has, which we already had that. And then he has a wind spirit as well, which is essentially a big old djinn. And based on recent additions to the lore through the Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay game, it's been very heavily revealed that the spirit of Hish is djinns. They're wind spirits. At least is a very common way they appear. So it's likely going to be like a big old wind zephyr djinn thingamajigger. Will probably be the light spirit. Oh wait, no, I'm stupid. The djinns are the fire spirits. I think, are they zephyrs? I forget what the fancy name is for them. But there is a fancy name for the wind spirits. I just can't remember it off the top of my head. Oh no, that's not right. No, the djinn is the light spirits. The ifrits are the fire spirits. That's what it is. Yeah. So djinn is light, ifrits are fire, and then there's one other one that I can't remember. But in any event, I do like this a lot. So this looks like all of her units, to be honest. So we've got these like Ungol archer assassin dudes, I'm assuming. Like people of the forests. Then we've got these lesser elemental terrifying bestial creatures, and then we've got the big old fuck you monster Incarnate Elemental of Beasts. And we see her retreat to a city, and then Mother Ostenkia attacks the city, which does not surprise me. Mother Ostenkia is very much a entity who punishes, like, she would not like the Gospodari, or like the civilized folk of Kislev. She would very much be against them, because if they're tearing up the forest, the Hags would not tolerate that. Looking out here, we can see giant spiders. Interesting. We see, okay, we have like, okay, we see they're the little elemental creatures running around in a pack. Then we've got big old spiders. We've got a lot of these new Ungol people, I'm guessing. We got the Incarnate Elemental of Beasts. We've got, there's a big old bear spirit over there. The Elemental Bear. Which is essentially the Incarnate Elemental of the lore of Ice, funny enough, if you think about it. What else do we have? Looks like... I can't tell if those are the ice cats? The ice kitties? Or are those bears? There's something over there. Let me see if anything... Whoa, hold up. I saw... Okay, yeah, those are the cats. Those are the cats. Man, these things are the Incarnate Elementals are huge. Like, good God. I think they might be as big as or bigger than the giants. Oh, look at that. Look. If you look really carefully here, you can see there's reindeer. It looks like there might be another sled. Yeah. There's another sled here. So I'm guessing, I wonder if those are hag mothers or hag witches. Because it looks like it's using the same model as Mother Ostenkia, like the same, it's a sled pulled by a team of animals with somebody on it. So I'm guessing that it is the generic version of Mother Ostenkia. So maybe hag mothers, hag witches, hopefully both. I would very, very much like both. And then, of course, we got Mother Ostenkia herself, but Mother Ostenkia's chariot or sled is pulled by these creatures, whereas it looks like the generic characters are pulled by reindeer. Can we get Katarin's sled? CA, please. You have the sled technology for Kislev. We have ice sleds pulled by bears. We have Mother Ostenkia's sled pulled by these creatures, and we've got generic character sleds pulled by reindeer. Give me a Katarin sled, a Katarin ice sled pulled by white reindeer. Please. just do it. Make that her ultimate mount. Please. That way she could be the proper ice witch from like the original Fable. What are they holding? This guy, they look like they're holding something. I can't tell what they're holding. I'm assuming, like, if they're the people of the forest, I'm gonna guess they're ranged units, because that would make the most sense. Like they're like archers or something. Man, that city got booked. All right, and then we got the Changeling cackling, being a little asshole like he always is. What's interesting is there does not. It seems the connecting thread for the DLC is the Changeling. Like, nobody else, there doesn't seem to be any kind of conflict or discussion happening between Kislev and Grand Cathay. It seems they're completely separate. And the Changeling, I wonder if the Changeling might be trying to incite a war between Mother Ostankia and Yuan Bo. I don't know how that would work, but presumably he is the little shit that's manipulating everything. Is just like manipulating all the things and causing all sorts of problems. Because we see here, he gives that scroll to Yuan Bo, who reads it and is like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go kick some shit. Oh my god, there's so many of them. I really like the design of this character. This almost looks like what you'd use to hit a bell, as opposed to like, you know, a normal war mallet or war drum. Oh, Echoed Hellbreast looks so good! Oh, he's got his stupid little back banner. I love him. Look at him. Okay, so yeah, Echoed Hellbreast looks great, and then good God, Tzeentch, you are just a cacophony of colors. So we've got the cockatrice. Very excited to see the cockatrice. It's a really, really cool monster. It's actually the only consistent monster now that has a petrifying gaze. So like if it catches you and looks at you, it turns you to stone. I'm curious if it'll have a shooting attack like the Medusa does. So the Medusa of the Dark Elves also have like a gaze attack, but theirs, if they hit you with their gaze, it causes like you to be exsanguinated. It causes all the blood in your body to come like pouring out of your pores. Every orifice, just blood, and you die horribly. The Cockatrice turns you to stone. And then the Basilisk, fun fact, turns you into radioactive goo. It's by far the most deadly of the like stare creatures. And then of course, actually, there's also the Sepulchral Stalkers of the Tomb King's faction that turn you to sand if they catch your gaze. So the Sepulchral Stalkers and the Bloodrack Medusa have shooting attacks to represent their gazes. I'm curious if that will also be the case for the Cockatrice. We don't see it use its gaze in this trailer, but it does have one. But there are different ways they could represent it. You know, like it could just be one of their melee attacks. Like maybe they go like, and like a bunch of people turn to stone or just die. Or maybe it could be like an active or a passive ability, or it could be a shooting attack. I'm curious to see which one they go with. But okay, so we've got the Cockatrice. And then, whoa, okay, so Cathay got some new monsters. Wow, look how fast they are. Like, oh no, there's two. Look at that. I actually missed that one. So there is a Jade Lion and a Obsidian Lion, maybe? Could be Obsidian, could be like Black Marble, could be Jet, could be Onyx, maybe? I feel like Onyx Crowman and then Onyx Lion would be a lot. But yeah, look, they're like big guardian lion. Oh, that's so cool. That's sick. Oh, look, and there's the Zengu War Drum. So, okay, we had mentions of the Zengu War Drum in the new short story, the Shadows of Change short story. So we had mentions of the War Drums being like some kind of big buff machine. So there's that. Awesome. And it's being pulled by oxen. So it looks like it might be like kind of a different version on the Whooshing War Compass. So maybe where the Whooshing War Compass is all about it like buffs the winds of magic and allows you to throw meteors and stuff. Maybe this one is much more of a traditional buff piece that's more about buffing like all of your big melee units and stuff. Then of course we have these lions who are hauling ass. Like they are quick. That's interesting that there's a Jade and Jet Lion. So it looks like so Cathay is getting two new monsters, though obviously they're very, very similar. Like you could see the Onyx, the black. We'll go Black and Jade. The Black Lion has a very different style of design, where if you look at it, it doesn't have the same kind of horns. Like the Jade Lion seems to have like antlers. And the Black Lion seems to have like more curvy looking horns. And it's also got like very wavy, it's got like a very wavy lion's mane. Whereas the Jade Lion's mane is very spiky. So I'm really curious what the difference between these two is going to be. 'Cause they look like they use the same animations though. But hey, I'll take it. And then we got the Blue Scribes! We got Zerupt and Periupt! That's probably not how you actually pronounce their names. That's just my horrible attempt to pronounce their names, because their names are an anagram. So you spell it one way is one of them, and then if you flip it, it's the other way. And it's like P''TRAIX or something like that. It's a really weird name. But I'm very, very happy to see them. They were my original prediction for the Legendary Lord for this, but they are the DLC Legendary Hero. So we know 100% that they are the DLC Legendary Hero, and then Echoed Hellbrass is the free LC Legendary Hero. So Tzeentch is actually making out like a bandit. So Tzeentch is going to be getting both Legendary Heroes, which is pretty interesting. Presumably Echoed Hellbrass will also be available to the Warriors of Chaos. Like he is a Warrior of Chaos character first, and I would say a Tzeentch character second. So, but presumably he'll be available to both factions, just like Ulrika is available to a bunch of different factions. That seems to be hopefully that is just going to be a consistent thing for many legendary heroes going forward. I assume the blue scribes will be purely for Tzeentch, though. Maybe I could see maybe a Village the Curseling might be able to get them, but that would be it. I would not expect them to be available to any of the other Chaos factions. Like, I don't think Archon well, actually, I think Bellicor could get them, but granted, I really want Bellicor to be a Demon's character first. Oh, I wonder if I have so many questions. I wonder if the Demon Prince can get them. That's interesting. We'll have to see. Okay, so this is the new melee hero, and then the Mutalith Vortex Beast. Oh, man, look at him. He's so big. Look, there's tentacles just coming out of the ground all over the place. Oh, my gosh, he's like infesting the very earth. Oh, he looks so good. Oh, look, and he's even like shooting lasers at people. Oh, that's amazing. And then look at the Zongors. Oh, we're getting Zongors. They better be in the fucking Beastman roster. I'm still very irritable about the fact that the Minotaurs of Khorne are not available to Taurox. Frankly, I kind of feel like they should just be available to the Beastmen in general, but at the very least, Taurox should have access to them. But Taurox should also spread Khornate corruption as well. Like, Taurox should just be like how, you know how like Valkia is a Warriors of Chaos character, but she has Khorne mechanics? That should be Taurox. Taurox should be a Beastman character that has a lot of Khornate stuff going for him, because that's his whole thing. But the Zongors look really, really cool. I really like their horns. They have very, very stylized horns. Very big horns. It looks like they've also got, so they've got Axe and Shield. Hopefully they're fairly elite. I'm curious. I'm curious what their skill level is going to be, because like Tzeentch does not really need more elite Axe and Shield infantry. So like, I'm curious how that's going to work. Oh, I also really hope the Cockatrice is available to the Beastmen as well. Oh, man. Like, I feel like the Cockatrice and the Zongors should also be available to the Beastmen roster. And then the Mutalith Vortex Beast should be in the Warrior of Chaos roster as well. Because the Mutalith Vortex Beast is not a Tzeentch monster, nor is the Cockatrice. They are generic, undivided monsters. They don't have marks. They're just there. So I'm really, really hoping we'll see them appear in other relevant factions. Because they've done that in campaign. Like, if you play as the Vampire Counts, you can get access to Mourngulls despite the fact they're not part of the traditional roster. Right? They're part of the Vampire Coast. But you can get them with the Vampire Counts. I hope they do the same thing. Like, at least in campaign. Like, you should be able to get Zongors and Cockatrices with the Beastmen, and you should be able to get the Mutalith Vortex Beast and with the Warriors of Chaos, at the very least. They all look super good, though. Very, very happy with that. And then the Jade Dragon! Oh, his dragon form looks so sick! And he breathes shards of jade! That is terrifying! He's like, I'm gonna impale your ass. We see the Blue Scribes doing a little melee attack, all sorts of crazy shit going on. And then the Changeling being a little shit that he is. Oh my god. I love that. The Master of Mischief. I love the Changeling. He's a very cool character. He's frankly hilarious. He's done a lot of really goofy shit over his time. Like, he's messed with a lot of the Dark Gods. He's messed with all of them at least once. Excluding Tzeentch. Obviously, he doesn't mess with Tzeentch, because Tzeentch always knows what he's doing. But, oh, August 31st. Okay. CA. Summer release, guys. August 31st. Okay. Technically correct. Literally the last... What's the last possible day we can release this and still say we didn't lie? August 31st. All right, we'll do that. I'm very excited for this. Very excited for this. Yeah. I'm going to be releasing a shitload of videos. Like I said, I know there's supposed to be some kind of blog post coming soon, but I don't know exactly when. If it comes out the same day, then I'll just double release videos today. I did want the reaction video to the trailer to be on its own. Personally, I will say I am most excited for Mother Ostankia. I am then second most excited for Yuan Bo, and I am third most excited for the Changeling. Let me know. Let me know down in the comment section, what are you the most excited about? Is there anything that really jumped out at you, or any of the monsters really catch your attention? You're like, oh, I really want, I can't wait to play with that monster. Or like, I'm very excited about Zongors. I'm so happy we got Zongors. What's interesting is they're not the Age of Sigmar Zongors, actually. That just occurred to me. They're actually, like, they're not as heavily mutated as the Age of Sigmar ones. Like, it looks like they have regular Beastmen faces. As far, like, they don't have bird beaks, is what I'm saying. Like, they do have a unique design. Like, they have completely unique horns. Looks like they have unique weapons and shields. But they're not the Age of Sigmar ones, which does not surprise me, because it does kind of seem like where they can, Games Workshop would rather the two be separate as much as possible. I mean, obviously we got the updated demon designs from Age of Sigmar, but they're not actually like new units. Whereas the Zongors from Age of Sigmar, like, if you were to do the Zongors from Age of Sigmar, there's a lot of different variants of them. Like, there's like a swordboard variant, and then there's variants that ride on discs of Tzeentch. And the ones that ride on discs of Tzeentch can have like great swords, or they can have bows. And there's like a Zongor shaman. The other thing, there doesn't seem to be a Tzeentch generic character. Now that I think about it. Like, there's no Zongor shaman. There's no Zongor, like, war chief or warlord or whatever. Or beast lord. I did not see a Zongor beast lord. I did not see a Zongor bray shaman. I did not see, like, a new melee Tzeentch character. I mean, obviously they got Echoed. But I didn't see, like, an Exalted Hero of Tzeentch or a Chaos Lord of Tzeentch. Though granted, like, Tzeentch is tricky because, like, the difference between a Exalted Hero of Tzeentch and a Chaos Sorcerer Hero of Tzeentch is, like, it's like the tiniest little thread. So, like, I don't know, like, I don't know if an Exalted Hero or a Chaos Lord of Tzeentch really is, like, that worth it, because, like, when you have a Tzeentch character, you're like, oh, they should be a wizard. Because that's what you would do in tabletop. If you took a Chaos Lord of Tzeentch, you could make them into a wizard. But at the same time, like, I could see the appeal of, like, oh, well, what if he had, like, maybe less spells, but, obviously he has, like, a new design, and maybe he could ride, like, a Chaos Dragon, or, like, he could, or, like, he just has, like, different kit, he's, like, a lot tankier, or he hits harder or something. So that's interesting. I wonder if that's why Tzeentch is getting 2 legendary heroes, or all the legendary hero slots. Because right now it seems like Tzeentch is getting all of the named characters, but he's not getting any generic characters. And for Grand Cathay, we saw the new melee character who looks like a general, like he looks like a lord, not a hero. And then Mother Ostankia looks to be getting some kind of hag witch or hag mother. Hopefully both. That's interesting. That is interesting. I'll admit, I would have really liked a Zongor, like a Zongor Bray Shaman or Great Bray Shaman or a Zongor Beast Lord or Wargor. That would have been really cool. Not required by any means, but it would have been nice. Yeah, interesting. That is interesting. But yeah, let me know what y'all think of all this down below. Very, very curious to read your comments on this. There's going to be a lot we're going to be talking about with this DLC. I want to keep this focused on the trailer, so I'm not going to talk about, like, the leaks I saw on Reddit about it. That we'll save that for a different video. But in any event, thank you all for watching. We will discuss more coming up soon. And until then, take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.